one of the hot topics this week, right?
Yeah,
I feel like I just jumped in the hosting chair here, but one of the hot topics this
go for
week
it.
has been Dr. Disrespect claiming that Halo needs a battle royale or it's going to die. I think he said it would die in a week without a battle royale. How do you guys feel about that? Because I know how the Halo community feels about it. Uh, I'm curious how you guys feel about that.
They weren't tickled about it, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, see, then I question is how big is the Halo community then? Clearly, if the Halo community is upset about it and it's a good enough amount of people, the game will live on. Clearly. That's how they're making it sound. They're gonna make sure it lives if it's the Halo community. I'm shocked if they don't add anything within, I would say, a year. That is Battle Royale. And I only say shocked because that's the mode, right? That's the mode. How long did we have regular, multiplayer 6v6, 5v5, 4v4 type modes before BR came to life? So I'm trying to think, maybe they don't die, but maybe they come up with the next big mode, maybe, more intuitive stuff is coming, the turnaround is quicker since Fortnite is 2016? How old is Fortnite now?
17, I think.
Already?
I
Wow.
think 17.
Yeah,
But
no, it's
17, I
definitely
think,
but
was
that's
when the game launched. I don't know when the Battle Royale mode launched.
We were playing it. We were the first ones to be really playing that, remember? Thanks to you. Nobody was playing Fortnite, man. We played it before Seasons was a thing. And that's when it was at its best because, you didn't have the diehard build a whole town in 5 seconds thing going on.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the first 3 months of that game before, that's up there for most fun moments cooperatively playing with friends until the game was ruined by hardcore fans, I guess, in that sense. People that are good at video games.
And so, I was about to say,
that's the argument
real
that those
community
people
came.
make. Oh, we're good at okay, but it's just like I'm talking about people that have to go boom.
Never
and
touch the
muscle
game.
memory. The muscle memory gets built up. That's what people. Muscle memory is huge, and all these people they get to play 8 hours a day. It's like cool. Like I'd be pretty dang good. I'm not saying I'd be the best, but I'd be pretty damn good too. I got to play 8 hours a day, and I don't want to play 8 hours a day. So props to you. But yeah, back to Halo. It has so much expectations, and even though it is like, oh, Halo, right? Everyone's like, oh, I've been dying. I miss Halo. I feel like it's gonna be more of a nostalgic thing, And after people put a good amount of time into it, I think it's gonna go bye-bye. Like in the sense of, big time concurrent, live player. Like it ain't gonna be dead. I hate when people go. The best man is on Twitter when I have notifications for games for a little bit of time or something, and I just click in it because I'm clicking to see. And a tweet goes live within a minute. Somebody's tweeting, replying back, game's dead. It's like, game's dead, but you still got your notifications on. And it's the same people always like you are that infatuated with a dead game that you got to go tweet as soon as they tweet every time and say, oh, this game's dead. And then they get ripped by the hardcore fans that are obviously on there. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But as far as exactly, that's what I mean by Halo that Halo community that was so upset. If they're so hardcore on playing, those people are going to keep playing. The people that love Halo like that are going to keep playing. But the initial flow of people playing the game that first month, question is how long are they going to stick around? I give it about somewhere between 3 to 5 months. Maybe then it fizzles off the game. Unless big update news is coming while the game is out. But if the game gets released like it's gonna get released and then missing features and then no campaign, like first off, that's the other thing. People are gonna love to go and play the campaign, beat it. Like they want to keep the story going. That's the other thing with Halo. That's cool. But as far as exactly the multiplayer, we'll see. I don't know. And clearly, because I guess what's popular and how these people make their money is the streaming. I don't know how many people stream regular 6v6, 4v6 multiplayer and have a show. Like, the thing with BR is like, boom, you are the last man standing. So it's like you're winning. You're the king of the hill. Regular multiplayer is not like a big driving factor unless it's competitive multiplayer, and whether exactly it's the leagues that are playing, that's different. But exactly, ranked Apex and everything, that's still BR.
Yeah.
That's
What do you think, KD?
I think, with all due respect, pun intended, Dr. Disrespect doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Because in my opinion,
you watch your mouth when you're talking to the two-time
back to back 1990. Yeah. Because in my opinion, there's two games we're talking about. It's the one you pay for, the single player campaign right now, and then there's the free multiplayer that they're gonna put out. So what does it like so are people gonna buy the single player? Yeah, they're gonna buy in droves because it's a huge Halo community. They've been waiting for a Halo game. So yeah, that's gonna be successful, but it's a single player, and you should look at it as a single player. Like, it's not something that's gonna be being played in 2, 4, 6 months down the road. Now, on the other hand, multiplayer, I almost guarantee you that somewhere down the line, with Halo coming out and being multiplayer with these, like you said, 4v4, 6v6, they're gonna do a Twitch Rivals. They're gonna do probably an esports league, or some type of competition, some type of, championship like that. I mean, I was just reading. I didn't realize this even happened. They made a Twitch Rivals over Stardew Valley. That's not even a game that you really compete like that. It's a farming simulator. So if they can do it with that, they're gonna do it with a game like Halo. So is the multiplayer gonna be, and the question is, I guess, is the multiplayer portion of the game gonna die? I guess that's what he means, not like Halo in general. Probably not as fast as he expects it. Not in a week, not in a month. Like I said, they're gonna do their leagues. They're gonna keep it they're gonna keep it relevant. Microsoft is gonna keep it relevant because that's their bread and butter. Well, that, as far as IPs go, what IP is bigger than Halo for Microsoft? I don't know that there is one. So
I
guess what we have to define though is, what does he said, what was the quote? Halo's gonna be dead game.
Nah, I think he just said. I think he said. I think the quote is, "If they don't add a BR, Halo will be dead in a week."
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, first up, yeah. Well, exactly. That's extreme because I already didn't agree with the whole week thing. But then I guess the question is, what do we clarify as being dead? Anyways, what exactly is a game being dead? And like, to KD's point, like you're saying, Twitch Rivals and Stardew Valley, okay? Or for example, right, like they're gonna do things to keep competitive things going. But just because it's on Twitch Rivals doesn't mean it's not a dead game. But then again, that's why I said we gotta like clarify what dead means. But like,
yeah,
how many people? I don't know. So I'm truly, how many people like still play Stardew Valley? Like, is there a big player base on that
Probably.
game?
I mean, it's all relative, right? Like, I don't think it's big when you compare it to AAA,
I'm not trying to
shooters. But
okay. I'm just saying,
I don't know if they consider it to be successful or still have a big player count. Like, it probably has a loyal fan base.
Fall Guys had Twitch Rivals. It was huge, but how much has that died down? Right. I feel like it's dead.
It's declined, absolutely. Every game does that, though, for the most part.
So I found the quote.
I don't know, and that's why I said 3 to 5 months is gonna, unless they do come down. But exactly, we say everything comes down, but you have CS:GO, Valorant, Fortnite, Call of Duty, as much as it's terrible, the BR, and Apex. These are still alive. But then look, exactly those two examples, 2 BRs, two of those team tactical, mouse and keyboard shooter games. Those numbers fluctuate in a very high ceiling. Like it's not like, yeah, they might drop 1 week, but that dropping is still, oh my god, there's mad people playing. And then it gets a boost when something's happening anyways. That, like, if you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. But yeah. So that, I guess, it's just, there's no true definition of what dead means. But like I even agree, like I said, I agreed. I just don't think it's gonna be that whole 1 week. Like it's gonna die off, but like you guys are agreeing, it's like, yeah, every game kind of dies off. So exactly, is it gonna die off, or is there gonna be hype for a year, which is what the uber successful games have done recently? So I guess that's the question. Is it gonna be one of these games that can sustain its initial hype? That'd be I guess the question.
I found the quote.
Yeah.
Dexerto put it out from his live stream. He said, when this game launches, viewership is not going to be good. It'll be good for like a week, but then it'll slip into that traditional sandbox. And then when he was talking about the BR, he said, depends how it's executed. I was looking at this big team battle gameplay footage, and I'm looking at it like just thinking to myself, God, I hope these guys, if they make a battle royale, I hope they execute it correctly, because they could do it bad. I mean, to give my take on it, I actually agree that I think if this game doesn't add a battle royale, that it will be out of the public. I think it'll no longer be one of the topics of discussion when it comes to gaming, and it won't be on everybody's mind. I think a couple things will make a difference. Like, one, I think it'll largely depend on the content they're adding and how frequently they're adding it, because it is a free-to-play game now, which means you got to be pushing content. They're going to have battle passes, all that stuff. How many maps are they going to have? Because when you play the thing that makes a battle royale so special, in my opinion, is that it's only one map, but because of the nature of the game, every experience is different. Like where the storm leads you, it could be different. The RNG of the weapons, like there's so many things that make every single game, even though I'm playing on the same map, it makes it unique and different. Now, of course, you lose that feel after 18, 24 months, like COD, like Warzone, but I mean, you it still feels fresh for a pretty long period of time. If Halo Infinite has like 5 maps at launch or 10 maps at launch, like that game's gonna get old real quick. And the streamer portion of it, I feel you, see Lamardo, because I feel like I ain't talked since like the 18-minute mark. Crunky was just going on and on and on about what it means to be dead. No, I was just playing. But
you're right.
But like I do think that it'll be one of those games that Twitch viewership is really high the first week or two, and then it dies out, and it goes from 600K viewers or 400K viewers down to 50K viewers in a matter of a week or two. Like when you have a game that goes from 500,000 to 1 million viewers down to, you know what I mean, 50K viewers, like that's dying or dead. I don't know how long they can keep the interest of people by and large, like as a a huge audience, like, because the reality is it is competing with the Warzone and the Apexes. I don't know that they can keep that kind of, or compete with that kind of viewership and that kind of being a part of the discussion without a BR. And I love Halo, but I think they're going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle to be in the forefront if they don't have a BR.
But yeah, after you read that quote, and then obviously you're giving your points, exactly, it's like I'm understanding where he's coming from now, how he quoted it. He's like, you're talking about viewership on Twitch and YouTube. Like, I guess it's how people are keeping up with the game, and that's how he's measuring it, and that's how he makes his money too. Like, so yeah, if that's what because he's saying it's gonna drop into that other tier of games that don't really have high viewership. I agree with that sentiment 100%, because what people watch is last man standing, best out of a lot, not 2 5v5 teams. That's not intriguing anyone unless it's then the professional competitive play, which is COD League play and Valorant and CSGO.
Here's the thing, like C Lamardo in the chat just said, what are the metrics used to determine success, right? And then like you just mentioned like you know, if he's going based off of viewership, then sure and stuff. Like I feel like the reality is it doesn't matter. Like the truth is how much people are watching your game, how many people are watching live streams, how many people are like that is the metric of is your game thriving or is your game dead. Like every single game is going to have a loyal fan base. Like that's not how you become a massive game. You become a massive game by getting the other people. Like Marvel movies aren't huge movies because Marvel fans go see the movies. No, it's because we made everyone a Marvel fan. We got people who had zero interest in these characters are now coming to see this movie. Call of Duty became Call of Duty not because first person shooter fans liked it, but because everybody started was like, yo, we got to play this game. Like it became a huge deal. If just the Halo community is playing Halo, like the game's dead. Like they can get mad if they want, but that's your game's gonna die. Just look at Halo 5. Halo 5 has the same loyal community that Halo Infinite is gonna have. I think everybody would admit that on a big picture, Halo 5 is irrelevant. That doesn't mean that there's not people who love it, but it's like it's one of them things like that's just the truth. That's the like it. And for Halo fans to be mad at that, it's like, sorry, you're gonna have to be mad. You know what I mean? Like I think if people aren't, if you're not getting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people watching your game on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook game or whatever the platform is, like your game's dead. Like it doesn't matter what your loyal fan base thinks.
Yeah, but I guess then exactly when we're I guess talking about multiplayer, because then it's like think about all these games, the God of Wars, the Horizons, the Ghost of Tsushima. They were amazing games, but no one watches them after a week anyways on stream. And it's a beatable game, I guess. So I don't know if it counters the argument or not.
Well, no, that's just a different, that's a whole different category. That's not competing with those
that's
games.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, because you were just saying, you know, metrics of a great game. But I hear you.
We've got Doc saying it's gonna die. He's a big influence over on YouTube. But for the rest of the people watching this video, this discussion about Halo BR, is Halo going to die without Battle Royale? I mean, leave that comment. It's just a simple yes or no. And while you're down there, why don't you give us a like, because you heard all of our discussion. I mean, if you got to this point, you might as well leave a like. You got this far. I mean, at the same time,
give your reasoning, everything. Drop it down there.
Exactly. And at the same time, while you're on YouTube, you might as well go check out Lolo Green, youtube.com/Lolo Green. Search Crunky in the search for YouTube. You will see him. He's there.
Give me some time. Search Crunky. It ain't YouTube.
Search Crunky. Not yet, but he'll get there. Right. Playing Valorant.
Yeah, he'll get there in like a couple of weeks.
And I think that's a good point. A good part, a good stoppage, a good place to stop this conversation. So like, comment, subscribe, like we said, play games you like, have conversations worthwhile, keep making discussions. That's not how it goes. I just screwed all that up.
Hey, that's your go-to.
Play games you like,
worthwhile.
Keep making content worthwhile, and keep having discussions. That's how it goes. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.